Right, so I will level with you. Yeah, that last I watched, the 4 one. Probably the worst video on this channel, at least up there. That was terrible. That was awful. Why? Because I can't talk about a movie I don't have any fucking feelings on, okay? You try doing it. You try talking about a movie that you just like think is the most 5 out of 10 bullshit you've ever seen in your life. It is hard. It's very fucking hard, okay? But, I'm talking about a movie I actually really, really liked. Pulp Fiction. Okay, so before one, as I mentioned in the video, it took like a couple weeks to make after I watched the movie because I just didn't have anything to say about it, so I was just putting it off. I watched this shit technically today because I watched it past midnight. Yeah, it's like a fucking 2.5 hour movie. I kind of overshot the time, but you know what? We'll live. Time goes on. So yeah, as you can see, I actually enjoy the movie quite a bit. So I guess we're just gonna talk about it. So first of all, this is my second foray into Quentin Tarantino movies, and yeah, this guy's fucking great. Probably my favorite director because he's the only real guy I've seen multiple movies of. Really, yeah, pretty much. No, technically Jon Favreau because he did Iron Man 1 and 2, but it's Marvel. You don't really get to be a director for Marvel. You're just kind of the guy who like shoots things, unless you're James Gunn or for better and for worse, Taika Waititi. I've heard bad things about Love and Thunder, but fuck the MCU. Fuck them. Fuck them right in their Marvel side bussy. We are talking today about a good movie. Kino, you may say. So, the movie begins with these two guys. It's like Honey Bunny and Pumpkin. I don't know who the woman is. The real name's Yolanda, which is just odd. And there's Tim Roth. Tim Roth, I think, is the most of you. I think Tim Roth is the most recurring person in the I Watch series. He was in Hulk. He was in Reservoir Dogs, I'm pretty sure. And now he's in fucking Pulp Fiction. I'm just gonna watch the whole Tim Roth filmography not even knowing. That's because I don't even give a shit about Tim Roth. So the fact that he's just been in all of them is really funny to me. So yeah, it starts with Tim Roth and this other woman, and they're in a cafe and they're talking about they're doing the thing Tarantino's really good at. Of just talking kind of about nothing, but also about like shit at the same time. It's really hard to describe unless you've never seen a Tarantino movie. But if you have seen it, you know what I'm talking about. He has that kind of skill. Like, they're just talking about like why it's a good idea to run restaurants or like a liquor store or whatever. And it's engaging. You're like hanging on to every word, but they're not really talking about anything important. And then, one of them, like, the guy, Tim Roth, sticks up a gun and says, right, this is robbery, everyone stick down. And then we cut, and then we get a title sequence. Pulp Fiction has a song over it, and, it's like, it's all good. Then we have Samuel L. Jackson as Jules, and Vincent Vega by John Travolta. And they're talking about a Big Mac. And then Amsterdam. You know what they call a Big Mac in France? Le Big Mac. It's like, they're talking about fucking like McDonald's and how it has like a different word in France, and you're still like, yeah, tell me more. Tell me more. I'd watch a whole fucking movie just them two talking about like, hey, you wanna know what the difference is between Amsterdam and here? You've been saying that the whole time. What is it? They have coke there. Like they talk about that, and I'd still be like, yeah, tell me more. Tell me more. I'm all ears. I'm all ears. If in case you're wondering why my hair looks like a bit fucking weird, I just got out of the shower like literally 20 minutes ago. I should have hair dried. But you know what? We're like fucking 3 minutes in. We're gonna keep going. So then we get our first of the three main pieces of the movie, because you have three different parts. There's Vincent Vega and Mia Wallace, the Gold Watch, and the Bonnie situation. This first bit, Vincent Vega and Mia Wallace, doesn't really have a plot. To be honest, it's really funny that Mia Wallace is like on the poster, and she's probably the most famous character from this thing. There isn't really a plot. It's kind of just, it's just an excuse for Tarantino to be like, right, you guys just want to see me write, just want to see my dialogue for like 40 minutes, and everyone's like, oh, this fucking guy was making back here. So yeah, it's basically just, Vince Vega, who's, John Travolta, he's got the fucking ponytail. They're just kind of walking around. They go to Jack Rabbit Slims. That's what it goes, Jack Rabbit Slims, and they do the iconic twist thing. The fucking that's the thing you've seen on every fucking thing referring to Pulp Fiction. It's either that or the shot of Jules was fucking gone, because this one's very iconic. I don't know if you know. It's a little indie gem. It's a little indie gem pulp. Me saying Pulp Fiction. This is literally the thumbnail. Part is one guy who films her. Fucking whatever. Who gives a shit? I don't care. See, it's kind of hard to talk about this part because just not a real lot of stuff happens in it. It's a lot of dialogue, which, although interesting, I can't fucking recite dialogue here. What the fuck do you want me to do? It's just very well acted. It has that very snappiness of Tarantino's dialogue. Mia Wallace is such a bad bitch. So yeah, and then they go back there, and Vincent, he's in the bath. They go back to, because basically Mia Wallace is Marcellus Wallace's wife, and Marcellus, he's like the crime guy. They don't really say what it is. I'm guessing he's like the boss or like high up. I don't know. They don't really go into specifics about it. But yeah, so he's so he's got to be careful not to put the moves on her, and then she fucking overdoses on cocaine because throughout pretty much the entire Mia Wallace section, she's just fucking. No, this fucking dust. There was dust on my. I just got a lot of dust. Oh god. So basically, throughout the entire part, she's just constantly snorting cocaine, and she fucking overdoses. And then you get to see what I've gathered is a bit of a Tarantino classic of people screaming at each other in cars. It happened a lot in Reservoir Dogs, and it happened a lot here. I say it happened a lot, really happened in this bit, but yeah. So she heard these, and they go to like this drug guy's house, and they give her an adrenaline shot, and she's all good, and the bit just kind of sort of ends. It gets really difficult to talk about the first part, because the first part doesn't really have a lot of plot or a lot going on. It's a lot of character stuff and a lot of just dialogue. It's iconic. Everyone knows about her, at least, because she's on the poster that every film bro has ever. I got Himeno if you guys want it. She's the same thing, right? We got Dorothy there. We got Dorothy FE6 with Samuel. We got Samuel there. He's like the guy there. He's like the guy. He's like the guy there. He's like the guy. He's like the guy there. He's. My fucking mouth hurts. I'm soy checking. So yeah, again, can't really talk about this part much. Then we get the gold watch, and this part stars Bruce Willis. It's also really fucking boring. Yeah, I looked online, and pretty much everyone agrees this is the weak link of the film. So it starts out with Marcellus Wallace being like, "Yo, in the 5th round, you're gonna fall because he's a boxer." Bruce Willis, is it Butch? I want to say, but it's Butch. Yeah, he's like, "Butch, you're gonna fall in the 5th round because you're a boxer, and you're like fucking 50. You get punched once, you're gonna explode." So we see on the radio that Butch has killed his opponent. That's a very just weird thing to kind of have. But so Bruce Willis gets in the taxi, and there's this Colombian. She has a Spanish name. She's Colombian. It's like Esmeralda Von Bolo or something like that. And she's really insisting on how does it feel to kill a person, which I totally thought she was up to some shit. I don't know if that was an intentional they're gonna think that she's up to something. Like Tarantino, but yeah, I totally thought there was something up with her, but no, she's just a bit odd. Fairly standard for this universe. So, she's a bit fucking odd. And they get out in their own motel, and there's Fabienne, who's just a French woman, and she talks about when blueberry pancakes and blueberry pie. It's like, and she has this really weird moment. I don't know what this is about. I don't know if this is Tarantino's other fetish aside from the feet stuff. Wouldn't surprise me. This French woman just spends 2 minutes talking about how women look really good with pot bellies. It's 2 minutes just, I would like a pot belly. If I had one, it would be nice and soft, and it would be good. It's like, what are you fucking This is you, Tarantino? Was this some other guy trying to insert that fetish in there? Were they bad? You oh man, Tarantino, you're putting your foot stuff in here, I'm gonna get mine in there. Because this movie, I fucking forgot somehow. I literally took a note of it in my fucking, notes app. This is the first movie where we see the Tarantino foot thing. When Mia Wallace first enters and, sees Vic Vega, she has her shoes off, and during the iconic twist scene, she also has her shoes off. You can see her feet. This is the first Tarantino foot moment, and I know for a fact it won't be the last because I've seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I haven't seen it, but I've heard of it. I know the scene. It's just a scene where he's just sucking the guy's toes, which I kind of respect to be that upfront about it. Fucking whatever. Okay, whatever. So yeah, she's just talking about pot bellies for a while, and then it's called the Gold Watch because Bruce Willis's character has a gold watch that his father had, and he hit up his ass when they were at a POW camp. I know that because there was a 5-minute monologue by Christopher Walken, which is really well acted, and it goes about like the importance of war and like stuff like that, and heirlooms and birthrights, and he mentions like Vietnamese yellow gooks and stuff like that, and it's like fucking whoa, okay. So yeah, that's a very odd thing to have in there, but yeah, TLDR, the gold watch is important. And this stupid little French bitch, she forgot it. So Bruce was like, God damn it, I need to go there. And he loses his shit, and she cries, and he's like, oh, it's okay, baby, don't worry. And then he walks out, and he starts yelling at his car, and then, so he goes there. And because he didn't throw the fight, now the criminals, I was going to call them the mafia, but I don't even know if that's accurate, so I'm just going to call them the criminals. They're out for his ass. And they sent motherfucking Vincent Vega after him, and you think, oh, it's the guy from the first bit of the movie, and he's here now. What's going to happen? And Vincent Vega's dead. Shot up in a bathroom by Bruce Willis. Whilst he was looking for his watch. It's definitely a very weird feeling watching a movie. It's like, oh, it's him, and then, okay. Bye-bye, Vega. Yeah, it's definitely a bit of an odd moment, but you know what? It's, like, still good. It's good. Sometimes I get brain fuzz while I'm recording. I just kind of either stop talking or just kind of. As you can see there, I did both of them at the same time. So yeah, then when he's driving out, he bumps into Marcellus Wallace and crashes his car. And you know, they both wake up. They both like shoot at each other. Some random woman in the street gets shot, which was like dark. I mean, it's realistic, but. Very odd thing just kind of throw in there. I mean, it makes sense, but also like, well, whatever. I'm focusing too much on that. I'm focusing on it because I want to talk about what happens next for the sole reason of I don't know if I can on YouTube. Anyone who's seen this movie knows what I'm talking about because it's pretty infamous and they reference it in The Simpsons. If you've seen this movie, you know it's fucking insane that they reference this in The Simpsons. So. Marcellus Wallace and Butch, they both roll into this pawn shop and they're fighting each other. And then the pawn shop owner's like, he puts a shotgun and is like, you guys aren't going to do that in my shop. And he like knocks them out. And they wake up in a basement, tied up and bull gagged. Choose the Magnemite, for example. I can't be asked to do that. I was going to do that for the rest of the bit, but I figured that So yeah, they wake up in like bull gangs, which is where they're tied up. And the pawn shop owner, a cop friend comes over. Or a security guard. I can't tell, but it's probably a cop. And they get the Gimp out, who's just a guy in a Gimp suit. And then the cop goes, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, and he says the N-word, hard on, baby. They say that a lot in this movie, which is fucking weird, by the way. Quentin Tarantino knows up with that. Surely he didn't do that any worse, though, right? So, yeah, they're in a basement, and they choose Marcellus Wallace first, and, I don't know if I can say this on YouTube. I don't know if I'm allowed to. They forcibly enter him in a basement. You don't really see a lot of it, but you can hear it. It's very uncomfortable. So the Gimp is like tied up and he's like watching him. So it's kind of like, And Bruce Willis, you know, he carries himself out because he's like a boxer, so he's like strong. He gets himself out. It's fucking dust still. Ugh, God. Yeah, and he could, go out because Marcellus was, put a hit out on him. What does Butch do? He grabs a few different items. Like, oh, what could I use to kill these guys? And then he has a katana. This is the weeabification of Quentin Tarantino. This is where he figured out, like, whoa, guys, Japan is so kawaii. Is that even how he sounds? Like, I don't know. I've never seen Quentin Tarantino. No, I have. I've seen him in this fucking movie. So, she a character using a katana to kill people. I wonder if he ever does that ever again. I wonder if Uma Thurman also stars in any of his other movies. She was actually pretty good, although a bit underused. So yeah, just a little food for thought there. I don't know if I'm going to do Kill Bill for this thing. I'm probably going to do a fucking MCU movie next, which is really depressing because this was so good. But so yeah, he goes in there with the katana and he kills the pawn shop owner, and then whilst he's holding Marcellus Wallace at katana point, no, he's holding Zed, who's the copper katana point. Marcellus Wallace gets a shotgun and shoots him in the stomach. And then he's like, I'm going to go medieval on Zed's ass, which is a very iconic line, so I remember that. Think. Fucking dust still. Oh god, I shouldn't have put the Magnemite in my mouth for like a minute straight. So yeah, they go medieval, and so he's going to get some guys over, give me medieval and Zed's ass. And he basically says to Butch, like, yo, you're free to go. There's nothing between us anymore. I never knew you. Don't tell anyone about this. So, Butch goes back to Fabienne, and she didn't get her blueberry pancake. She also had buttermilk. I don't know why that's such a specific thing Tarantino wrote in the script. Just, oh yeah, by the way, she didn't have blueberry pancake. She had to sell with buttermilk. I don't give a shit, Quentin, bro. But yeah, that's an odd thing they mention. And so yeah, they drive off into the sunset. Overall, the weakest part of the film, but at the very least, the second half is a bit interesting because you notice how we spent like most of the time there dedicated to the basement shit. That's like 5 minutes out of like a 30-minute bit. It's really long. Like the scene where he's in the cab and he's talking to the Spanish Colombian woman. That's like fucking 10 minutes. It's really not as interesting, and Tarantino like to forward. It's probably the closest thing there is to a weak bit in the film is the first half of the Gold Watch bit. It's still good though. You still have the Christopher Walken scene, which is also like 10 minutes. It's like a 10-minute long monologue. It's insane. And then we had the Bonnie situation, and this is mine, and I'm pretty sure most other people's favorite bit of the movie. First of all, it has Samuel L. Jackson as Jules again. It has the iconic scene where I didn't mention this earlier because I think I don't want to repeat myself, but yeah, he goes like the Ezekiel 25:17, and he shoots the guy in the fucking thing, and he's like, shit, this is a tasty burger and all that stuff. There's some guy in the bathroom, and he runs out, and they shoot him, but all the bullets miss, and Jules is like, shit, this is a divine intervention. I ain't doing this no more. I've been considering that for a while, but that proved to me my life was saved for a reason. I shouldn't be doing this. God wants me to do something because he's very religious. He literally quotes Bible verses before he shoots people. So, meanwhile, Vincent Vega's like, that's stupid, man. That's stupid. And then there's another guy in the apartment with them who's just... I don't know. He's another black guy. I don't know if the idea was Tarantino would think there's a relation between him and Samuel L. Jackson, or if he's just some guy on the inside, or what. They never established it. They know who his name is. He's Marvin. But they also don't give a shit that they kill him later accidentally, because basically Vincent Vega and Jules are talking about some stupid bullshit. Bear in mind, yeah, Vincent's alive. This is actually the way it works. I think it's the beginning of the Gold Watch bit is the very first. Then it's Mia Wallace. This bit, the Bonnie situation, and then the end of the Gold Watch, because the end of the Gold Watch ends with him, getting fucking shot. Because he literally just goes to sleep at the end of the after the cab scene, Butch goes to sleep. So I'm pretty sure it goes Gold Watch, everything else, end of Gold Watch. That's my theory, at least. I'm not going into what's in the fucking briefcase. I'm not a fucking theorist. Got a fucking map pad if you want it. There, I did the map pad files. I did the. So yeah. Vince Vega's alive, and so they're talking about something, and he says, hey Marvin, do you like it? Marvin doesn't say anything, so you gotta have an opinion on it. And you can see he has his finger on the trigger, which kind of shows that he's pretty shitty when it comes to being an actual assassin. Like, what does he do? He goes to the bathroom on jobs. He kind of just like you can see during the scene where they're at the apartment earlier, Jules and Vince, he's just kind of waddling around, looking at shit, picking random stuff up, whatever. And the reason why he dies is because he just left his machine gun out on the side. He didn't take it with him into the bathroom, so when Bruce Willis saw him, he was able to cap him. See, it's actually kind of I know there's more shit in here when you look at it from like a deeper level, but like I was watching this at like fucking midnight by this point. I was like, I straight up couldn't pay attention if I wanted, bro. So yeah, you have that really. So yeah, they talk and they accidentally shoot him because his finger's in the trigger, and you know that's just like the big no. So they go to Jimmy's house, and Jimmy is Quentin Tarantino, and he says the hard R word multiple times. Dead fella storage. I will defend him on this one. Apparently this was meant to be Mel Gibson, but Mel Gibson, like at the last moment, was going to do Passion of the Christ instead, so he couldn't do it. So Quentin Tarantino was like, shit, no one else is going to sign on to be a guy whose sole purpose is to be a piece of shit. So I'm just going to do it instead on such short notice. Sorry about that one, guys. Mum called. It was like a package or something she wanted me to do. But yeah, basically... So, hang on. Yeah, so yeah, they're at Jimmy's house. Then they call a guy. They call Marcel. It's like, yo, can you help us? It's like, oh, I'll send the wolf down. And as someone who lives in the UK, this was fucking weird. So, Direct Line, they're an insurance company in the UK. And they had an advert where a guy called Winston Wolfe would appear and he'd help people with their problems. He's just the guy from the Pulp Fiction invented Winston Wolfe. And Direct Line just used him, actor and all. What? So I was really confused, like, oh, it's the wolf. And I see this guy walk in, like, I'm Winston Wolfe. And I'm just like, what the fuck? The fucking Direct Line guy? So, yeah, Direct Line just stole a Pulp Fiction character, which is really funny, because he does the same thing. He solves problems in the movie. And he comes in here like, Winston Wolfe, you called about a plumbing problem? It's like, what? What the fuck is he doing here? Why is like this the character from an 18-rated movie just in like an insurance and what? I kind of love it. I kind of respect it. That's such a weird choice. So yeah, you know, Winston Wolfe, he's like, yo, you gotta clean the car up. You gotta do all this shit. So you know, they clean it up. They like again, the issue with Pulp Fiction, trying to talk about it, is that there's a lot of dialogue. There's not too much happening in a lot of it. So it's kind of hard to talk about it in this kind of format, because I can't recite dialogue, and I'm just going to play clips from the movie, because I like money. I won't even get money off my fucking videos, just you wait, I will. And I'll make fucking bang. There's a hair, I could just see flickering, that's why I stared it out so much. I was hoping to see if it would come loose, but it didn't, hey ho. So yeah, they clean down the car, and they do all that, then they get changed into these like dork-looking outfits, which we see at the beginning of the Gold Watch. So we can kind of imply it goes, the money situation got shit, doesn't it? I can't remember the fucking I don't even remember the specifics of this shit. Wait, no, hang on, I'm thinking. It is Mia Wallace Gold Watch, but it's Bonnie situation. Yes, I'm pretty sure it's Bonnie situation, Mia Wallace, Gold Watch. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the case, because I realize you can see them in the dork outfits at the beginning or the end. No, it's the beginning of the Mia Wallace bit, and at the beginning of the Gold Watch, when they go and tell Marcellus Wallace, yo, here's what's fucking happening. Vincent Vega's still alive, and he greets Mia Wallace. So they know each other. No, Jules isn't there, so yeah, he did. Okay. Sorry, I'm having a bit of a brain fart right now. Or a brain burst. I don't know. Something is happening with my brain, and I don't know what it is. So, yeah. They clean the car, they go out, and they go out to breakfast, and they talk, and whatever, a diet. Okay, be good. So yeah, they're at a diner, and then we hear Garçon coffee. And we're like, wait, that was what Tim Roth said at the beginning of it. That's Tim Roth. And then boom, the beginning of the movie is at the end of the movie. Whoa, ass ahoy. Whoa, feet ahoy. Whoa, hubba. Gotta get a load of that feet. Uma Thurman. So yeah, so yeah, you know, you get the. And then what does Jules do? He talks the whole situation down. He points a gun at him and he's like, yo, You made money off this. If it were any other day, I'd kill you too. I wouldn't even give a shit. But you got me today. I'm thinking of quitting. So fuck you. Just go. Give me my wallet back. Take the money inside, and just go. And admittedly, the movie does kind of just sort of end with Jules and Vic Vega just kind of walking out the diner. It's a bit of a weird ending to end it on, but you know what? It's fine. It's an enjoyable movie. It's really fucking good. See it for yourself. This does not do Dutch justice to it. I don't give a shit if you watch the MCU movies. Probably shouldn't, to be honest. But the Tarantino shit, you should watch. It's really fucking good. Anyhow, yeah, that's it for today. Next time I'll watch. Hopefully, I'll watch another good movie. Probably not this one. Probably not an MCU one. I really hope.